what should go on the floor plan when you're building that out?
So of course, seating tables, that's your first obvious one. The band and DJs, how big of an area they need. Dance floor is a big one. Don't forget about making your dance floor big enough.
Right.
But also you don't want it too big either. So, think about that. Your bars. So if you're going to have an indoor and an outdoor bar, or, cocktail hour bar and a reception bar, or however many bars you need.
Yeah.
Your cake table, dessert table, if you're going to have guest book, seating chart, or escort cards, any kind of additional tables like that. But I would say you want to make sure, just a few tips, that your bar isn't right next to the door so that there's not getting clog there.
Yep.
And you also want to make sure your bar is near the dance floor. So that everybody can kind of have a drink and dance. It kind of gives you a little, keeps the party going.
I love when you see the bars that are kind of hidden, like behind like some cool fixture inside the venue. Those are always fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
We have that at our wedding.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that the band or DJ is close to the dance floor because they're going to set that mood. I think it happens. I think people think of that with a band, but they don't always think about it with a DJ.
Right.
But that's also super important. You want your DJ to be close to your dance floor.
Yeah.
So just a few small tips.
So this is a little bit off, but the dance floor itself, and maybe this could be a whole topic, but how, like you said, don't make it too big, don't make it too small. I can visualize that. I could see where that would be problematic, but what do you usually recommend?
Yeah. So, you want to think about how big your guest list is, and how many of your, guests are dancing, and how it kind of just, depends on the layout too. So if it's in the middle of tables, you want to make sure that you're not going to have to scoot tables back. So those are the kinds of things you want to look at when you're actually creating your floor plan. Right.
And you need to have room for your 7-year-old cousin to break dance in the middle.
Obviously.
Right.
If you're having kids.
Yeah.
We'll link to that episode if you haven't listened to it yet.
Okay. So then so all those things, what else are we potentially forgetting here when it comes to your floor plan?
Yeah. So then everything else, right? Photo booth. That's another big one that actually people don't think about. Typically they need a 10 by 10 space.
And they need electricity too.
Yeah. So that's something that's super popular that takes up actually a decent amount of space.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a memorial or family table or anything like that, an escort card table, favors, gifts, cards. I think I said that one. If you're going to do anything else fun, like a donut wall or a champagne wall, which is my personal new favorite.
Yeah. So Lauren on our team has really gotten me excited about those. She had one of those at our Charleston launch event.
Yeah.
Those are really cool.
They're really cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're all about the champagne.
Yeah.
Donut wall, greenery wall, any other installations.
Greenery walls are big right now.
Yeah. We have a really cool,
Sweet Plants
company on our site, Sweet Plants, that does living and faux greenery walls, which is really cool.
Super cool.
So anything else that's going to take up space. So if you're doing anything else fun or different, just make sure you account for that in the initial floor plan, and you think about it with worst case, highest number of guests, so that things don't, get all wonky when your guest count goes up.
Yep. Okay. So then where should certain things go? So we kind of talked
I already jumped ahead. I'm
sorry. You kind of touched on a lot of these. We can just power through that.
I'll tell you. So I don't think I talked about the head table. So sweetheart table, king's table, typically go in the middle, in the center. I personally love if you have a king's table to be literally in the middle of all your seats.
Yeah.
I think that works really nice since you have people on both sides. But then sometimes the couple's back is to people, so they might not like that. So they might go more of a head table style where their backs are maybe to a wall, so everyone can see them. And typically that's how a sweetheart table is typically the couple's back is to a wall and they're looking out on everyone. But you want them to be close to the dance floor. I would also make sure you put friends and younger guests near the dance floor. You don't want grandma sitting right next to the speaker from the band and she can't even sit at her table.
She can hear better now.
No, she can not hear at all now because it's so loud. And then other things your escort card should be near the entrance. If you have a seating chart, I always love putting that at cocktail hour. That way people can kind of leisurely see where they're going to sit.
Everyone wants to know.
everyone wants to
It's
know
like-
immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny.
Yeah.
So having that at cocktail hour is a good place for that.
Okay.
Anything you want people to like really take time to look at is good to have at cocktail hour, like guest book. You can always move it into your reception, but cocktail hour, there's like not really anything going on besides like eating and drinking. So it's like good to like kind of captivate them.
Yeah.